All right, guys, so welcome back. In this particular explosive video, you are going to hear a Reufia of Arise TV, where he lambasted Labour Party for trying to remove P2B from his list of eligible candidates for 2027 election. I mean, you'll be shocked at the kind of revelation that is going to be made in this particular video. So let me allow you to watch it and hear it from yourself from Reufia.
They are working for their own selfish interests. If not for Peter Obi why they are trying to remove Peter Obi because he refused to accept their guru attitude.
Presidential candidates of Labour Party in the Lati have written to the national chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, to notify the regulatory body of this and National Convention, November 6, 2024, and signed by Obi also informed chairman of the Leader Committee. In the letter, Obi and Oti, who convened the September 4 expanded stakeholders meeting of the party in Umuahia, the quote, "You'll in Committee 24, 27, 20, 22, end of quote." Obi and Oti also informed the INEC chairman that Senator Nenadi Usman and Senator Darlington Nwoko respect of the party's get. A lot going on. Said it was no longer the party is undergoing crisis. They've written to the chairman of INEC.
I mean, what do you expect? When success comes, you see things like this. All of a sudden, everybody wants to eat the pie of Labour. Like Labour Party before it was automatic ticket for saying otherwise because things are not fair. We are the leaders and the state. Nadi Usman, Lamidi Papa. Today, that's what happens in this country. Claim will be different, but the shots of Nigeria is always about them and what they stand to benefit, and it's constantly about what they can gain. On the platform, be able to stand firm. That's how the cookie of many political parties. All of this is juicy. 6 million votes. All of a sudden today we know Abure. Who was even Abure before we came to Labour Party in the political sphere? That's how cookie crumbles.
Right?
Okay, the point was made after I is the need in political Nigeria's they themselves there will be in our democracy in the People's Democratic Party issues regarding NMPP, leading to the exit 2020. And Labour Party will be the alternative. But what have we seen since the election? And I'm quoting, I'm not making party, not it was Julius Abure that made this point on Monday. So from Labour Party at money whereby has now approached INEC. Now, on 83rd INEC to the committee, convention that in now that was held in Abure, because in this case, governor elect cannot on behalf of the executive of the party. In other words, the Julius Abure faction does not recognize of the Celtic Another point that Julius Abure made is that, look, qualification for the 2027 presidential election or governorship election is not automatic for anybody. He made a point that Peter Obi should forget the idea that he's automatically the candidate of the party, that it will be open to all aspiring candidates, ditto for governorship positions, including the position of Governor Alex Oti of Abia State. And one form of remain inquiry question, because there are special and development. There are special purpose vehicles that have been created, set up to help people achieve their personal objectives. For as long as personal interests continue to override national interests in this country, you are not likely to have political parties that will be committed to protect the people's side, going to the Peter Obi is, the crisis that we have in our political parties. But the story is not just about Labour Party. If you carry a microscope and you check, find the same problem. To consolidate democracy, to be a democracy, a personal interest, which is in all the other political parties.
Indeed. I mean, for me, this just clearly shows that our political structure as a nation is not where we ought to be. Uninterrupted for then, as has been established, because candidates contest strong institutions, strong PDP. It was large. It was large. Youth driven. What's happened since dropped the DP? The issue is, as with a lot of successful political parties in the past, it comes for a party. The Labour Party governor, and of course the lead party, Mr. P. In that examples level and local government level held by the current chairman Julius Abure, the factional chairman Julius Abure. What for me is the challenge is that perhaps it's time for us as a nation to begin to look towards the proposed political party and then begun to run amok. Just cross the difference between political parties in Nigeria, as it's done in other places, is not about ideology. It's just about which platform can serve my interest at the moment, and the moment it stops serving interest, people move to other parties that can then serve interest. So we don't have the opportunity to really build institutions that can then emerge as strong oppositions PDP as a opposition team. They haven't gone there fighting. There's so much distractions. They are unable to even take on their role opposition as opposition. What I see in the Labour Party is almost akin to cutting off your nose to spite your face. At the end of the day, there are parties within the party willing to destroy the structures of the party as long as their interest is being. Theory around perhaps are there. Everybody in this would to
Labour Party as for there is no presidential ticket for P2B in Labour Party. Can never come. And this video is followed by the next meeting Lesotho conducted them. Former sea parade by Annex. INEC organized by not valid, personal or any candidate is illegal. National chairman, he's never going to support. Now he's not in support of the next meeting conducted by Lesotho, and where this lady it's obvious that this man is really corrupt. I didn't know while we obedient didn't see the handwriting on the wall during the campaign and during the election. I believe this man really is, in fact, also that this man is corrupt. He can do anything for power. He's a power monger. This man is not old, has already taken a step as a patriotic citizen and as a patriotic Labour Party member. And this is what he has to come up with, sacking them, saying that there's no presidential ticket, no presidential ticket is not reserved for P2B anymore in Labour Party. Onto what? What's the meaning of this? It's obvious that this man is mostly this video and this interview, former Labour Party chairman, was made by that carried quite possible. How did we get here? How did Labour Party and Obedient get here? TVC carrying Labour Party neck meat. So obvious that Julius secretly see, or maybe even because there's no better man. He's claiming and analysis Labour Party. Who even knows? Before Peter Party, do we know that there's a party called law, let alone a government? And reps provide a candidate and take bribe, and then all they do and they merge. In fact, during the presidential election, what they do is provide a candidate and collect a bribe. No, they merge.